Well, Treasury Secretary Tim Geithner yesterday signed an agreement with the ambassador to Switzerland, updating a treaty with changes that the Treasury Department says will reduce offshore tax evasion. Well, joining me now is the Swiss ambassador to the United States, Urs Ziswiller, and he's the one who signed the agreement with the Treasury Secretary and ambassador. Thank you so much for being with us.
My pleasure.
Okay, I wanted to get some clarification on what this agreement signed between the U.S. and Switzerland really means. Does that mean that anyone who uses Swiss banking, whether it's for, as we've been talking about tax evasion or whatnot, that they will be identified under this agreement?
No, what it mainly means, it's a cornerstone in our bilateral economic relations, and it means that we are back on a normal legal track. It's our 12th agreement we signed today, and that means that Switzerland can disappear from the grey list, and that's a very important step forward for us.
Right, disappearing from the grey list or moving from the grey list onto the OECD white list. There was talk that Switzerland had wanted to do this ahead of the G20 meeting to raise your status. What is the impact of that as you move towards a white list?
Yeah, it's a very important signal, both for the United States, but also for our own citizens, that Switzerland made an important change in its policy by the government decision last March to comply with OECD rules. And now this 12th agreement, as you said, makes it possible before Pittsburgh to get away from this grey list.
Now, some people have said, though, that signing this agreement or signing these treaties with the 12 countries is a correct gesture. However, there's not a lot of teeth to that, given that you still have domestic laws that say that tax evasion is not illegal in Switzerland.
That's completely wrong. Tax evasion is illegal, of course, in our country as well. What it is not. It is not a criminal act in Switzerland. But if you don't pay your taxes, that's not legal. And I don't know where this rumor always comes. That's absolutely not true. Everybody has to pay taxes, also in Switzerland.
Well, but then how does this treaty change the game on that?
What is new is that we give administrative assistance not only in fraud cases, but also in evasion cases. If there is evidence of evasion, the respective authorities, in the case of the US, they can ask the Swiss authorities to look into the matter. But we need a name. We need a name of the one who didn't pay the taxes, and hopefully also the bank involved in.
And this, ambassador, though, and I want to be very clear on this does not mean that when the IRS or what other country seeks information from Switzerland on clients, that it's automatically given to them under this new treaty. Is that correct?
It's not automatically given, of course not. Our authorities check if this evidence is true, and then they decide if they want to give the necessary...
Okay.
Yes?
Okay.
I can't hear you.
Okay, Ambassador, we've got to actually leave it there anyway. Thank you so much. I was the Swiss ambassador.